How's it going, everybody? It's me, your boy. Today, we're back in this world. Again, do you remember it? Earlier this week, I dropped a video on a bug that I called potentially the best Minecraft bug ever. The bug was really good. The bug was in snapshot 21W43A. The bug had to do with the nether dimension. Up on top of the nether? Yeah. You notice anything? With Bedrock not generating at all across the entirety of this dimension, the gameplay of this whole dimension is completely shifted. For one, mob spawns are going to be completely different. Mobs can spawn on these blocks, they can't spawn on Bedrock. More mobs will spawn on the roof instead of the lower nether. Obviously, it's going to make it way easier to get on top of the nether, easier to get on top of the nether, easier to build up here. Also, it's like a million, billion, quintillion, whatever other large number that you want to throw out there, it's way easier to blow a hole straight through the ceiling of the nether, and then you can do whatever you need to do with this, make a base, whatever. Not only was the bug potentially insanely useful, but it could also create some really eerie, interesting looking things, like this right here. We're on top of the nether looking down into like a foggy void, but it's actually just the rest of the nether. I don't know. It creeps me out. If you took advantage of this bug by upgrading your world to 21W43A, then you're a terrible person. How could you? I don't even want to talk to you. Like, you're cheating. You're just completely ruining the entire game. No, I'm kidding. I would have too. A sad but true fact about all of this is that it was a bug, which means it's going to get fixed, and it got fixed in the latest snapshot. Bedrock is back inside of the nether, up on the top and down below it. But Bedrock, it exists in the nether now, but not everywhere. Wait, hold on. I need to derail what I'm saying for just a second, because the world spawned inside of this world. It's in powder snow. That's a terrible way to start a world. Definitely. This is 100%. Definitely shouldn't be a spawnable block, like for world spawn. Bad idea. Anyways, Bedrock. The developers have finally done it. After years of requesting from Java players, Bedrock has been completely deleted. You actually can't play the version anymore. Okay, no, I'm joking. Bedrock exists, but the new launcher is broke for me today, so I can't play it. Take your favorite world of all time, one that you've been playing in for a long time, like before the 1.18 snapshots, and definitely a world that you haven't upgraded to the 1.18 snapshots yet. It'll work a little bit better. Take that world that you really care about.
Definitely don't make a backup at all. It doesn't matter. It's only your favorite world.
And then load the game. Go into the overworld. That's all you need to do for this to work. Now, start working on a project. This project should probably involve digging. What we're going to want to do is dig, and dig fast. I have haste too because of my beacon up on the surface, actually. We're going to dig down. What project am I working on right now? I have no clue. Not a single clue at all. Eventually, when we dig down, we should find Bedrock, so that's good. When we start digging down, because this is an older world, eventually we're going to start finding patches of deep slate. These patches of deep slate should be a little bit above Y0. If we keep digging down, then we're going to start hitting deep slate. This deep slate was where Bedrock was before. The last snapshot upgraded old chunks, made them deeper. This snapshot took the old chunks, and as long as you didn't upgrade them before, filled them in with caves down below Y0. It's actually pretty cool. So back to the project. I'm working down here, and I'm digging. Things are a little off, but we're definitely inside of the negative Y range for sure. We're digging all the way down, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's literally it. So I have to admit, I lied a little bit. You actually don't have to upgrade your favorite world of all time. All you have to do is load a world in the latest snapshot, go into the overworld, dig really far down, and you're going to find no Bedrock at all. The latest snapshot, 21W44A, has an even better Bedrock bug. Earlier this week, we had a snapshot that had no Bedrock in the nether. Bedrock's back over there. No Bedrock in the overworld this time. I think this is way better. MC bug 240,482. At least that's one of the numbers that I could find for this bug on the bug tracker. On the bug tracker, this bug has been reported over and over again, so I'm not exactly too sure which one is the final number for the bug. The bug is fascinating. The bug that we saw earlier this week and last week with no Bedrock generating in the nether at all was huge. And if that bug was huge, this one is like huge. Or gigantic. Yeah, maybe that's a better word for it. We'll go with that. This bug is gigantic. So this is what one of the deepest caves looks like inside of the latest snapshot. It's a little bit orange because we're inside of a lava fur, but that's fine. So the cave is deep, and there's just stone all over the place. We go a little bit deeper. There's tuff and stone, and then that's basically it. Now, I've done a lot of searching, like all over the place, looking for deep caves. It seems like the developers have done a really good job at keeping caves away from that bedrock layer, which is really cool. I'm not finding very many caves that are basically touching Y-64 or even getting really close to it. This is one of the closest ones that I could find, and -53 or -54 right here is still like 10 blocks off. Jumping into Spectator to take a look at this cave from the side, it actually does end up getting a little bit deeper than I thought. There's a lava pool at the end, which is going to make it get even more deep, but not a single block of bedrock in sight. I would think that usually Bedrock should start generating up here at -57, like that's pretty deep in the world at this point, only a couple blocks until the bottom of the world, but yeah, not a single block in sight. Flying around down here are the deepest parts of this world. When the caves start to get really, really deep, they just get flat. They just get completely cut off. Like this mine shaft over here, negative 57, completely cut off. No bedrock, obviously. Same with this lava pool over here, and every other lava pool too. No bedrock fade out at all. It's just like a clean, flat line at the bottom of the world. Alright, I think I've proven my point. There's a big problem. The problem exists inside of chunks that existed before 1.18 and then were upgraded to 21W44A. What about the new chunks, like chunks that were always inside of 1.18, like these ones over here with the deep slate caves all over the place? Does bedrock exist down here? If we go down below negative 64, we will find out that yes, bedrock exists over here. These are normal chunks. Everything that exists inside of 1.18 and has only existed inside of 1.18 is perfect. Put an asterisk on it though. Side note, look at the caves. They're actually also flat in here. I never realized this, but the attention to detail, like the developers, where bedrock starts to show through, it's still like it blends in and it fits and it looks like really, really good. Maybe this is just a one-off instance, but like, wow. Big props to the devs. Okay, never mind. I take it back. I mean, big props to the devs. The caves are cool, but bedrock does still float. For sure. Recreating these glitchy worlds with no bedrock on the bottom is actually insanely simple. All you need to do is start with a world that is in 1.17.1 or older, load in a little bit of the world, and then upgrade it to 21W44A. Dig down, and you won't find bedrock. Realistically, functionally, I'm not too sure if this one is going to be as useful as the bedrock one, but it's really, really interesting. So if we were to dig down at the bottom of the world and then dump water to try and get under it, we'll find that the water actually just stops right here at the void. The water does not actually pour down, so you can't use water to build down or anything like that. A little bit of a bummer. But let's say theoretically I could. The water poured straight down into the void like I'm in the end. I could use the water elevator to go down and build. Well, that's the problem. You can't build down here either. Building is completely blocked. You can't place any blocks down here below bedrock or below stone. Nothing works down here, but it is pretty interesting. Now, when I was looking at the bug tracker for this video, I did find a couple bugs that were actually pretty similar, but a little bit different. Apparently, bedrock doesn't exist underneath the dark oak forest. Let's see if that's true. So I haven't seen this one quite yet, both the bug or the dark oak forest. It's a brand new dark oak forest, first time being loaded in. We know for sure because deep slate. Yeah, when you upgrade your chunks from an older version to 1.18 right now, they get filled in with new caves, which is pretty cool, but all the caves are made out of stone. It's so weird. But anyways, moving down here. Yeah. There's bedrock. Okay, well that's fine. Never lose hope. How about the Badlands? I saw another one saying there's no bedrock underneath the Badlands. Let's see. So 100%. This is the first time I'm loading this Badlands biome in. Never seen the Badlands. Never also seen this bug. Does it work? Probably not. We'll see. Oh, this is interesting. This is going to be really, really interesting. It looks like this Badlands is apparently on the border of old chunks that I've loaded in and ones that I never have before. Look at all this stone down here. Alright, so we might need to find a new Badlands to make sure this works, unless it is the biome, actually. Yeah, there's definitely no way that it would have actually come out here to this biome. No way, not a chance at all. And actually, look at how messy the bedrock is. Yeah, I think it works with the Badlands biome. We're going to test that out with a different one in a second, but yeah, definitely doesn't work here. No bedrock underneath any of the Badlands, but right here, where there's like a river, there is bedrock. Alright, but just to be sure I'm not loading in something that I loaded in before, we're going to make a brand new world this time. No seed or anything like that in the latest snapshot. So there shouldn't be any problems with upgrading the world from an old version to this one. How that new world smell? It smells good, it looks good. This is actually a pretty nice world. Cool swamp rated spawn. And the mountain. But to be honest, we don't care about it. Maybe you do, there's the world seed. All we care about is the Badlands biome. How about the Badlands? Where is it? Pretty far away. Not a problem at all. I can go fast. Alright, brand new Badlands biome. That looks beautiful over there. We love those pillars. Love to see them. And it could be interesting because we're kind of sandwiched in between a couple different biomes. Will bedrock exist down here? Or will it not? Give ourselves night vision so we can see a little bit better. Look at the terracotta inside of the caves. This should be a cave biome. You see, I've figured out something. I think this issue with the bedrock is also tied to the stone caves down deep because look at this. Clean line right there, basically. And they're all stone caves. I guarantee you, there is not going to be any bedrock down here at all. But actually, these stone caves make these dungeons make a whole lot more sense. The deep dungeons should definitely be deep slate and mossy deep slate.
Mossy deep slate when?
I mean, seriously, look at this thing. Look at how much it stands out. That's not good. Okay, but anyways, maybe mossy deep slate later. The chunk underneath the Badland has no bedrock at all. It outlines the biome right in here. This is that weird, like, isolated part of it. Then there was water, and then over here where the Badlands got really, really good looking with those cool spikes and everything like that, it's gone again, completely erased. And look at how perfectly it outlines the biome too. That's actually really, really cool looking. There's no bedrock underneath the chunks that you upgrade. There's no bedrock underneath at least the Badlands biome, and the caves are all made out of stone down deep. There's a lot of problems with this snapshot. Oh, wait, actually, I take it back. We have the cool Badlands right here with the spikes all over the place. If I go under the ground and look, there is deep slate caves, which means bedrock down there. It seems like it's just the normal Badlands. I have more normal Badlands over there. That's what I must have been under just a second ago without any bedrock. This has bedrock and deep slate. It is inevitable. Snapshots have bugs. It just seems that this time, 21W44A, it has a few more bugs than normal. I actually found a couple more bugs while working on this video, but they didn't really fit into this video, so keep your eyes out for another one, and if you find an interesting bug, definitely throw it down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Patron gang, Cypher1158, Justin and Jacob P, and Michael A, thank you so much for the support. Check out my Patreon. It's linked down below. Originally, I was actually going to drop a guide episode today, so keep your eyes out for that tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will finally be the day that one drops. We'll see. Twitter gang, Instagram gang, links in the description. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.